Have you ever felt that just a few days after payday, the money runs out immediately and we don't even know where it went? Even though you want to have savings for the future or an emergency fund. Well, if you can relate, it means your financial management is not on track. So, today I'm going to tell you some important information that you should know before you start saving. Just watch the video.
First, we need to determine how much we should save each month, and there are several methods you can choose depending on your financial situation. One of the most popular and easy to follow approach is 50-30-20 method, or the more detailed is 40-30-20-10 version. This method divides your income into clear categories: 15% for needs such as rent, utilities, foods, and transportation, 13% for wants like entertainment or gadgets, and 20% for saving and investment. In the 40-30-20-10 version, an additional 10% is allocated specially for donation. For example, with an income of 10 million, the allocation would be 5 million for needs, 3 million for wants, and 10 million for saving or investment. This method is advantageous because it's simple, beginner-friendly, help organize spending, and ensures consistent saving. However, it can feel rigid when unexpected expenses arise and may not be suitable for those with a tight income. If you have multiple financial goals, this method is a great fit. Your income is divided into 3 parts. One part for short-term goals such as emergency funds or repairs, which should be kept in liquid instruments. 2 parts for medium-term goals like education expenses or buying a vessel, which should be placed in more stable instruments. And 3 parts for long-term goals such as retirement, which can be invested in higher risk instruments with greater potential returns. The remaining income is used for daily needs. For example, from a monthly income of 10 million, 1 million goes towards short-term goals, 2 million for medium-term goals, 3 million for long-term goals, and 4 million for daily expenses. This method has several advantages, including clear saving objective, automatically divided funds based on needs, and suitability for those with many life targets. However, it requires discipline and may take longer to achieve certain goals since the money is split across multiple purposes. Okay, lastly, there is the snowball method, which is perfect for those who are just starting to save. With this approach, your saving amount increases little by little over time. For example, in the first month, you save 100 rupiahs, in the second month, 200 rupiahs, and the third month, 300 rupiahs. The advantage of this method are that it feels light in the beginning, it boosts motivation as the amount gradually increases, and it works well for people with unstable income. However, it can become more challenging over time because the amount you need to save keeps getting bigger, and it requires strong discipline to maintain consistency. Open an account for start saving. How is the procedure?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm happy to help you. First, may I ask what type of savings account would you like to open? First, we have the personal account, which is called tabunganku. This is the easiest and has the lowest administration fee. Then, for family savings, you can choose the tabungan BTN Batara, and if you have a business, you can pick the tabungan BTN business.
I'll just go with the tabungan.
Okay, so you can fill out this form first. So you can see besides me, this is the account opening form. I will explain a little about how to fill out. First, you can tick the option for your customer type, then select for yourself and for savings as the purpose of opening the account. Then you fill in your personal details. The company identity section doesn't need to be filled in as this is for individuals. Then you can fill in the details of your spouse or closest family member if you are not married yet. And finally, don't forget to sign in. Before handing it to the teller, make sure all the details are correct, especially your signature and ID card number. Okay, maybe that's all for the explanation of filling the form. And next, let's watch the rest of the video.
Miss, I've finished fill out the form.
Okay, thank you. Okay, ma'am, may I ask you for your ID card and SaaS identification number and also the initial deposit, please?
Yes.
Here. Okay. Okay, thank you. Alright. The process will be take for a few minutes, so please wait for a moment, yes.
A few moments later.
Thank you for waiting, ma'am. So I will give it back to you, your ID card and tax identification number, and also this is your passbook and ATM card. Your account is already active and ready to be used, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And will I be able to check my balance through digital banking? Because I often pass it at my work.
Absolutely, ma'am. Just download the mobile app banking from BTN on the Play Store called Bale, and you can directly activate it to the app, and there will be an additional activation process such as print creation and account verification. So if you have any question or you trouble to deactivate it, you can directly ask for the customer service in the app, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for your help.
Okay, you're welcome. Happy to help you. Savings accounts are not only used to store money, but there are several types depending on your needs and purposes for saving money in the bank. Let me show you what are the things. The first is a regular savings account. This type of savings account usually has the easiest administrative process and low administrative fees, making it very popular among the general public. It is also suitable for beginners and those who only have the purpose of saving money or conducting daily transactions. But the disadvantages is that the interest rate is very small, generally 0 to 1% per year. Second, there are fixed-term savings accounts. These accounts are designed for people who want to save for a specific period of time and earn higher interest rate, around 3 to 5% per year. However, the disadvantages is that deposits in these accounts cannot be withdrawn at any time without incurring a penalty. Finally, the last one, there are special types of saving accounts such as saving plans, student savings accounts, and Haji savings account. Planned savings are generally used to save for marriage, emergencies, or even education. The interest rate for planned savings is also higher than regular savings, usually 2 to 4% per year. Meanwhile, student savings and Haji savings are specifically for students or university students and people who want to perform the Umrah pilgrimage because they are directly linked to the relevant agencies. So, those are the types of savings that you might not have known about. Next, I will provide recommendation for savings account that suit your savings time frame. For short-term savings, 1 to 6 months, you can choose a regular savings account. If you plan to save for 6 to 24 months or even term savings, you can choose a savings plan because the interest rate is higher. For a long-term savings with a deposit period of more than 2 years, you can consider a fixed-term savings account or even a deposit account because they offer the highest interest rates.
Okay guys, those were the key things you need to know before you start saving at the bank. I hope the information was helpful, and in the next video, we'll talk more about deposits and checking accounts. See you and thanks for watching.